There's stingrays everywhere. Looked up to a beast.
Hi, welcome back to Muddy Feet. In today's episode, I'll be getting back to basics and doing an epic land-based harbour session in Kaimaumau with my good friend Marco and his lovely partner Tiana. Today we'll be wading out into the harbour up to about our knees and casting out as far as we can with some pretty simple rigs and some stinky old pilly baits. Our target species for today are snapper and trevally, but I've also brought along the mullet net and I'm going to set that as a bit of an insurance policy. Today we're going to be fishing the last hour of the outgoing tide over the slack and the first hour of the incoming, which in this particular spot means it's a fair hike till we even make it out to the water. On my journey out across the mudflats, I noticed some birds working pretty busily in the distance, so I break away from the rest of the team and attempt to chase them down the beach and fire a bait directly to them. I chase these guys for quite a while, but basically I never catch up to them. In the end, I have to admit defeat and head back to rejoin the rest of the crew. And when I do, lo and behold, these guys have been busy.
While I was down there running around chasing those schools, they've been slaying fat Trevs. What a beast!
Tiana was on the board very early with this solid trevally and I wanted to get in on the action too. So I quickly rigged up a half a pilly bait and fired it out there. Now, the one mistake I make now is I decide that I'm going to continue fishing my standard strayline rig. This is about to cause me quite a bit of grief. Check this out.
Yours is a fish, mine's a bloody stingray, I think.
My standard straylining rig is a BKK circle hook with a very small running ball sinker sitting directly on top. While this is usually the ultimate rig for most situations, in this scenario it's causing me a little bit of a problem. What it's doing is it's making my bait sit hard on the bottom and attracting the unwanted attention of the local eagle ray population.
Sorry about that.
These little fellas are pretty strong and they've got a pretty nasty spike just at the base of their tail. And although if they're handled correctly there's not much risk of anything bad happening, it wouldn't be very wise to try and deal with this guy in the knee-deep water. So I carefully drag him into the shallows where I can flip him over, remove the hook and then take him back out to a little bit deeper water where he can be safely released. Marco and Tiana are both fishing with a standard ledger style rig with a sand grab sinker on the bottom and a BKK circle hook suspended on a loop further up the trace. This keeps the bait off the bottom and avoids the attention of the eagle rays. By the time I return, Tiana is already hooked up to another nice fish.
Oh yep, nice. You guys are going alright, eh?
Yeah, not too bad.
I'm winning for the heaviest fish so far. I don't know, actually I reckon your trevally might even be heavier than that stingray. That stingray definitely wasted more time. Another nice fish. Wait, let's go set this net real soon, eh?
Having learnt nothing at all from my first encounter with an eagle ray for the day, I decide to chuck another pilly bait on and fire it straight back out there on my standard strayline rig. And sure enough, wabam!
Ow! Another stingray!
I think it's fair to say I wasn't exactly having a lot of success with the rod and reel just yet. Although the day's not over, I decided now might be a pretty good time to sneak off and bang in the mullet net. Then I could come back all refreshed and ready to nail some proper fish on the rod and reel as well.
There's stingrays everywhere. There's heaps of fish around too though. I've seen heaps of fish in the shallows. It's a mean trev, bro. Bro, beautiful fish.
Got a couple of pairs there.
Not bad at all.
Beautiful for the dinner, brother.
While I was off setting the net, Marco had managed to secure another large trevally for the table. Right, it's time for me to re-rig. I'm going to go for a ledger rig just like these guys. But before I can even get that tied up, wha-bam! Tiana's hooked up again, and this one looks like an absolute beast.
Mean. They're a beast too. Big trev, eh? Just like that.
Oh, it's just two.
Whoa! Boosh! Another big trev shot. Slayer. Mean one. Showing the boys how it's done today.
Having finally paid attention to what was going on in front of me and learnt my lesson, I re-rigged my trace, this time a standard ledger rig with the sinker on the bottom and the hook on the top. I put on a fresh pilly bait and fired it out the back. And this time, with the recipe correct, it didn't take too long until, wha-bam, I was hooked up to a fish.
As long as it's not a stingray. On the board. Stoked to be on the board. Good fish. Hooked up to a beast. Happy days. Oh yeah. Bro's on, bro's on. Big tree.
It had been a pretty hard and fast session, and we'd managed to secure plenty of beautiful fish for ourselves and also for Marco's neighbours. So we decided now was about as good a time as any to make a move, so I headed off to pull the net. About halfway through, I was pleasantly surprised to see a fat grey mullet come into the net bin.
This one here is not a mullet.
Every now and then you're going to catch a few of these buggers in your mullet net too. It's not a major problem, just figure out which way they've rolled, carefully untwist them and flick them out of the net, and with a bit of luck they'll swim the other way.
Go the other way. Not too bad. You get these things with the big jobs. Nice fat Pacific oysters. I got a stingray and a mullet. I got one. Happy years.
Myself and Marco both managed to secure a few nice fish for the table, but I have to say, without a doubt, the MVP for today was Tiana, easily taking out the largest and the most fish.
Pretty hearty pile of fish actually, eh? Because they're big trees, bro. That's a nice mully. Beautiful, real quick session really overall too, bro.
How long did that take?
2 hours, maybe maybe a little bit more, not much though.
Nice.
Once we've got that fish all iced down, we hit the road. We're headed back to Marco and Tiana's place where we're going to create a bit of a seafood feast.
Try not to act sus, bro. Raw fish is on now.
When we get back to Marco's place, it's a little bit of teamwork that makes the dream work, and with 2 of us on the knives, it doesn't take very long for us to get through this beautiful fish.
Look at the colour of that one for sashimi. That's pretty good, bro. Oh, true.
Is this enough sashimi or what?
Yeah, brother, that looks deadly. It's all good things happening in here. Oh, you know what that is. And the fry breads. Oh.
I want to say a massive, massive thank you to my friends and my hosts during the filming of this episode, Marco and Tiana. Thank you very, very much for your hospitality, the amazing meals, and taking me on an awesome muddy feet adventure. It was definitely one for the books, and I look forward to catching up with you guys on my next trip up north. To all of you awesome subscribers and other viewers that are watching my video, I hope you all enjoyed this week's episode, and as always, thank you for watching. Oh, and if you'd like to support Muddy Feet, check out the merch at www.muddyfeet.co.nz.